Hey guys, this is Brian. So SketchUp is Google software for kind of 3D design, interior decorating, engineering, mechanical engineering, all sorts of things like that. And it now has a web browser app version. And in it, that means that our students will be able to create their own sketches, 3D images, that can be even 3D printed if we ever wanted, if we had that resource and material, using their Chromebooks, which is pretty cool. Today I actually I had a calculus teacher ask me about rotating a curve, and so I was just dabbling in this. I haven't found a way to import a material, whereas if you imagine that like I drew a graph on another piece of software where it's exact, and then if I took a snapshot of that graph, saved it as an image, in the desktop version of SketchUp, it is possible to make your own material, and what you'd then be able to do that is import that, and then I could trace that drawing. But let's say there was a curve that we're just going to freehand draw, so I went to the pencil tool, I selected kind of the swiggle, and if let's say this is the curve that I want to rotate, and I'm going to make it a surface, so I'm going to go back to the pencil tool, and this snaps to the endpoints of the segments that approximate that arc, because this is made up of segments. And if I snap to this endpoint here, now when it's a black line, that means it's not parallel to any of the blue, red, or green axes. But I think I want this to be parallel with the green axis, and then I will draw one parallel to the red axis that ends on that edge. And now, so I have this surface, I can delete the little bit of scrap material on this segment here. I believe it's gone. And now if I want to rotate this around, say, that green axis, what I need to do is construct an arc. And there's a bunch of different ways that you can do it. I'm going to use this version, and I need to construct an arc. So I'm going to have it centered at that endpoint, and I need to be working on the axis, rotate on the axis. In this case, I'm going to work on the green axis, so I make sure it's snapped to the green, and then I draw out to this endpoint, and I can now construct an arc. So I can make a quarter circle, I can do 180-degree rotation. Let's do a half circle like so. Oop, it just snapped over. Well, all right, there's a full circle. I believe there might be ways to approximate more edges to this circle, because it's obviously just a polygon there. But if I want to now rotate this surface using the push-pull tool or the extrude tool, there's this follow me option. And so with that, I'll select the surface that I want, and then I'll have it follow me around that arc. And what it's done is created a three-dimensional surface, a volume of that. Looks like I've got a cool chef's hat or something of that object. And so you can kind of then see what that looks like in three-dimensional space. So it is possible to do that. Let's see, if I go back to this, can I undo? Undo, undo. Let's try it with just a semicircle arc. All right, so snap this. I want rotate on that axis. Let's do 90-degree quarter circle click, like so. Rotate, extrude. Oh dear. Oh, it's doing both the square and that simultaneously. Let me delete this edge. There we go. So I still have the curve that I want. And if I want to rotate along this surface, there I got like a partial. All right, there we go. Oh, it's not doing it for me now. It's doing it like slowly. That's weird. Let me try one more time. Huh. It's bizarre. It's getting stuck on that. Let me try half circle. That's what I did before I got the video started. All right, there we go. And if I delete this edge, I think this will work. There we go. And you can see that it rotate extrudes along that arc like so. And now I've got my surface. Now obviously I didn't do it perfectly there. It's got some errors. But you're able to at least get some approximations of those curves. And if I was to using the pencil kind of squiggle tool, the freehand, I could have drawn a curve that followed the path of an actual graph and then rotated that around an axis and then gotten an approximation anyway of what that volume looks like so. All right, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.